What's up and welcome back to the channel. I had the chance to try out the new EA Sports PGA Tour game, so I thought I'd make a quick little video. I'm going to talk at the beginning here and then eventually just let the gameplay roll. I'm not going to show the character creation because it was pretty subpar. Just a lot of basic stuff you've seen in the EA Sports games over the years, whether it's NBA Live, kind of the older PGA Tour, Rory McIlroy games, just kind of the basic stuff. You see that they got a lot of courses there. I'm not a huge golf guy, and I will admit that I'm not super good at this game. I was pretty damn good at the Rory McIlroy version that they came out with last, I believe it was about 10 years ago. But this one's a little different. It seems kind of like that game, kind of like a slight upgrade, which is kind of to be expected, but in other ways, I don't know. It just felt rough and kind of almost unpolished to a certain extent. The control and the feel of it when you are hitting, when you're teeing off, or when you're putting, or when you're trying to use a wedge or an iron and kind of do a flop shot or whatever from 20 to 50 yards out. It just the whole overall control of it to me felt a little bit off and a little bit lacking. And again, I'm not the best at golf games. I don't claim to be a really good golf video game player. I play them for fun every now and then. But I did actually enjoy the Rory McIlroy one that I mentioned before. So I was kind of excited to try this one out. I played Augusta here with Dustin Johnson, I believe his name is. And again, you're going to see some horrible shots here, but part of that is just me, and the other part is the actual controls. I feel like they're a little bit too unforgiving in a way. I guess you don't want the game to be too easy, but there's just some things about this game that I don't really like. Every time you make a drive or you hit the ball, it always shows the cutscene back at the golfer almost every single time, and it's constantly showing these Masters cutscenes, little transitions in between different scenes and course cutscenes like this one here. See there, it shows it again right there. It's just a lot of that. The presentation, it's okay. I mean, it's probably subpar to par. It's nothing amazing that I would be like, okay, I'm blown away by this presentation. The commentators, I think, is probably the biggest upgrade just in general, from gameplay to presentation. They have every now and then they'll bring in like a different commentator to kind of interview or say something about what's going on. The courses looked pretty good. I will say the crowd is pretty bad. If you notice the crowd, a lot of them are doing the same animations, or it's the same character. It's literally the same woman, like standing right next to each other, and they look like twins. So I thought that was kind of poor. I also don't understand why this game isn't 60 FPS on the next gen consoles. So it's 60 FPS on PC, but it's only 30 FPS on the consoles. I don't get why that is. To me, the game isn't that visually taxing. It's not that technically taxing. It shouldn't be. If other sports games like NBA 2K and MLB The Show and even Madden can run at 60 FPS on the consoles, I don't get why this game can't. And I'd have to go back and look at the Rory McIlroy, but I assume that game was 30 FPS as well, although I'm not quite sure on that. And I'm sure if I played the game a little bit more, I played for about an hour, And if I played for more and put some more time in, I think I would definitely get better at it. But to me, I just think the gameplay could be tightened up a bit. And I wasn't playing on that hard of a difficulty. I think I was playing on like pro, which is like one up from the lowest setting. So basically, a lot of shots that I would have gotten a lot closer to the pin or just had a lot more success on in the older Rory McIlroy game, I was not really having success in this one. To me, it just feels like sort of an update over that game. And I think it's, like I said before, it's roughly been 10 years. So I would have hoped for a little bit more from them, just overall and in general. But again, I played for about an hour. You know, if I put more time into it, my thoughts could change. But at this point, this is not a game that I would personally buy at full price. I know it's new, and I don't think it's actually launched yet. I think it's launching very soon. But you can tell if you've played the older PGA Tour EA games, it looks very similar, you know. And I guess that's easy to say in a way because, yeah, it's a golf game. You can't really change it much. But, you know, the graphics are okay. The gameplay, to me, kind of took a little bit of a step back. And that could also be because I don't fully know the controls. But I just, I don't know. It's probably going to be one of those games where, you know, you got to put a certain amount of time in. And once you do that, then you probably, you know, your opinion on it might change. But, you know, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably give the game about a 6. You know, somewhere in there. I'm going to be interested to see what IGN and sites like that actually rate the game. But again, I think the game is overpriced a little bit for sure because it's full price on consoles, which is $69.99, you know, and then it's in some places you have tax. And the fact that it doesn't run at 60 FPS is, to me, that's a problem. Again, the crowd is, if you look closely, they're a bit, it leaves a lot to be desired from the crowd. And also, there's no cross-platform play. So if you have a PS5 and I have the Series S or X, or I'm playing on PC or whatever, we can't play together. I just don't understand some of the design choices. Again, the 30 FPS, but you don't even have fully featured cross-platform play. Which I know Madden and NBA 2K doesn't have that either, as far as I know. I know Madden doesn't. I know MLB The Show 23 does have cross-platform play. I mean, if I can play with somebody, if I'm playing the show and my friend has a Nintendo Switch and I'm on the Xbox Series S and we can play versus each other, I don't see any reason why they couldn't have made this game cross-platform. And it flat out should have been 60 FPS. Like I said before, the last PGA Tour EA Sports game came out about 10 years ago. So I think it lacks a bit technically. Again, the graphics aren't horrible. They're pretty solid graphics. But like I said, the game, just playing it almost looks better than it plays in a way, if that makes sense. Visually, just watching the game, you would think that you would not expect it to play like it does. It sort of has a weird feel to it. And of course, it's always the talk, oh, we can patch this, or we're going to patch the gameplay, or we're tweaking things, or, you know, that's what EA would say, or a fan would say, just give it some time and they'll come out with patches possibly. But I don't know. Like I said, the controls need to be a little bit tighter. Swinging with the stick, just going up and down, it's a little bit, I guess I would use the word tough. I don't know that it needs to be that difficult. Like, I felt like, you know, I was moving the right stick or the left stick, whichever one I was using, up and down or down and up. Pretty, like, you can. It's not rocket science. You can only be so precise with it. I guess I could understand, you know, getting the reps in and you can get more used to it. But those are just a few complaints I had about it. So yeah, there it is. If this game goes on sale at some point, then for sure I'd probably think about picking it up, depending on the price. But, at full price, I don't think I can justify that right now, just as the product stands right now. The character creation was pretty, it could have been better. I noticed they have like Air Jordans, or there's some kind of Nike I saw their sneaker. I don't know if it's like a golf shoe version of it or what, but I took a quick look at that. But other than that, I kind of hopped in, played a little bit, and didn't worry about too much else other than just getting on the course and doing some gameplay there. But yeah, it just feels like an update over the previous game. But yeah, I mean, if you're looking to play a new golf game and you want something that's pretty simple, straightforward, you might like this. So maybe give the trial a try. I played on the EA Play trial, so yeah, I might pick it up again and try to play a few holes. But yeah, those are kind of my thoughts on it. It's sort of mediocre, middle of the pack there. About a 6 out of 10. You could probably have some fun with your friends, though. I'm guessing, because they don't come out with golf games often. So if you're still been playing the Rory McIlroy PGA Tour game, which is on Game Pass, by the way, and I played that game recently before I even knew this new one was coming out, and there's still people playing that game online. So you can try that as well. I know the game is pretty rare, but anyway, if you're looking for just a new game and you feel like dropping a couple bucks on it and play, and maybe you got a couple friends that you want to play with as well, then I'd probably recommend it. So yeah, there it is, guys. Just a few thoughts, kind of off the top of my head here about the game. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Catch you next time.
That would have helped, but now it's going to be a crooked number.
It happens. You have a tough hole. Time to pick up and move on after the triple bogey.
On to hole number 7 now, a par 4 at 450 yards. It's one of the narrower holes on the course, so precision is more important than power off the tee. The second shot is no bargain either, with a total of 5 bunkers completely surrounding a fairly small green. No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway. From the fairway, Iona, this is second.
We're looking at 123 yards to the flag. And the pin, it's in the front portion of the green.
Not sure what happened there. Wrong club selection or execution. Regardless, a lot of meat still on that bone.
Looking to splash this softly onto the green. Set from the bunker. This is 5th shot.
Just a short bunker shot. So open your feet up, open the club face up, let it splash out.
Yeah, not bad. That is safely on deck inside of 10 feet.
Right about 9 feet here to the hole.
Yep, good work there to make sure things don't get worse, but as it is, it's a double bogey. So where the second hole, the par 5, is considerably downhill, the 8th is up the hill. You can certainly make an eagle here, but it requires 2 good shots and maybe a little luck. If you play it off the right, it'll kick down.
and leave you within eagle range. Nice to hear something positive. That's the sound of the ball coming off the middle of the face as opposed to another bogey. No one wants to hear that all day long. And not a great result here. This going to be into the second cut. This ball not going where it was intended. It's going to work its way into the second cut. Certainly had enough power, just didn't have any touch. Well, that, not his finest effort, and it's going to leave a very anxious putt to say bogey. Nah, might have stared at that one too long. Sometimes you just got to go with your gut. Safe to say Augusta National may not be as simple as it looks when you watch on TV. That is in for double bogey. Par 4 ninth is intriguing here at Augusta National. This is where you can see just how hilly the golf course is. It may not show up on television that way, but you can certainly feel it as you make your way up to this ninth green. Yeah, that is a wonderful tee shot, right where you want to be here at hole number 9. So, Iona, this his second from the fairway.
121 yards is the number we're looking at, and that pin, well, it's back left today.
We really needed to look at that pin sheet because the flag's in the back. You've got to fly that ball further up the green if you expect it to finish up close. A little bit more hope and determination in that putt.
This is an 11-foot putt. Well done right there. A good save for par at the 9th. And that's going to put an end to what's been a largely disappointing first 9. Start of the second 9 here at Augusta National is also the start of a difficult stretch. These two par 4s, 10 and 11, all you want, and then you get up to that challenging little par 3, 12.
And like so many players, they hit it down the right side. The problem there is you're coming in from the wrong side of the fairway. You got to that second shot very close to the edge of the bunker that protects the right side of the green. That's not too bad. Good shot. Inside 20 feet, I would imagine. So a good chance, really outside chance for birdie.
Ooh, good speed there. That'll leave just a couple of feet. Still no circles on the card as of yet, as that's in for par. On now to the second hardest hole in Masters history, the 520-yard par 4 11.
It's been noted that the great Bobby Jones always wanted there to be a wide gap between a good tee shot and a bad one. Thus, in keeping with that spirit, this hole was lengthened 15 yards back in 2022. Now one of the tougher second shots in golf, the second here at 11.
That one was running so hot. Third shot coming up now from the bunker.
Oh boy, just about flew that one in the hole. Luckily got it to stop. Not a bad shot. Okay, hey, when the round gets away from you, time to focus on just making some pars, and that's well done there. Well, nowhere on this golf course are the colors more vibrant than right here. Hole number 12, so easy on the eyes. So much harder is figuring the mysterious winds. The answers lie somewhere near the top of those towering pines that kiss the Georgia sky. Augusta's beguiling beauty. Golden Belt. Oh, that is disappointing. It's short and into Rays Creek here at 12. Okay, so now after the drop and the penalty stroke, this will become his third shot now at the par 3.
Oh, that hit the flagstick.
Okay, no problem with that one. Hole number 13. This is regarded by most as the greatest par 5 in the world. Why? The risk-reward that's involved and all the history that's been written here at this wonderful hole. Beautiful tempo to that swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway. Oh, this could be trouble. Oh, and the ripples will tell the story. That ball didn't have enough to get there, and it will roll its way back into Rays Creek, short of this 13th green.
What a great chip, too. I thought you were in trouble off the green, but with that sort of touch, that was just purely brilliant.
Yeah, that's nicely done. So despite a second shot in the water, able to regroup and save his par. On to the 440-yard par 4 14th, the only hole at Augusta National without a single bunker. The terraced green is the challenge here. That's going to be up the left-hand side. And that a good shot up the hill and into the fairway at 14. Tee shot found the fairway left. Now this, his second to the par 4. Oh man, it looked good initially, but rolled off the green and back into the fairway. That stings.
Golf is so much about nearlies. Just a little bit more effort on that one, it would have been close. Instead, just that awkward distance.
Oh boy, way short. Have to hit it.
Now a 7-footer.
This hole's really taking its toll now. Safe to say Augusta National may not be as simple as it looks when you watch on TV. That is in for double bogey. We come now to the instantly recognizable hole number 15. It's called Firethorn. Traditionally, it has been the second easiest hole on the course, behind only number 13. But it was lengthened in 2022 with an extra 20 yards added on, making that potential carry over the pond with a second shot that much tougher. Decision time now. Take on the pond or not. His second at 15. This such a tough green to land a ball softly on, and that continues over the back here at hole number 15.
Lots of options from behind the green. Better choose correctly because this ball will race away from you.
Well, there's a bright spot in the day that's had precious few. That'll bring a smile to the face. Well done there for a much-needed birdie. Par 3 16th here at Augusta National, and so many of the most indelible moments in the history of the sport happen right here at this short par 3. All right, you take those all day long. On the green, chance for birdie coming up. A birdie putt now at 16.
And he's had trouble all round long reading these greens, and this is another putt with a pretty good curve to it.
Next up, the uphill par 4 17th, measuring 440 yards. The Eisenhower tree, you may remember, was removed in 2014 after being damaged in an ice storm, but challenges remain, especially the green, which seems to slope off in just about every direction. And a missed fairway there, as that's going to wind up in the second cut. Now, just caught it fat out of the rough. Never had a chance of reaching, and now it is time to regroup and try to escape with a par. This will be the fourth shot now coming out of the bunker. Okay, not a bad recovery from out of the sand, and a chance, maybe, to limit the damage to one drop shot. You can see the frustration building. That is not a great putt there. Safe to say Augusta National may not be as simple as it looks when you watch on TV. That is in for double bogey. We arrive now at one of the most famous finishing holes in golf, 465-yard par 4 18th at Augusta.
Uphill, dogleg right, 2 bunkers at the left elbow of the fairway and 2 greenside bunkers protecting a 2-tiered green. Quite a sight. Yeah, that one navigated beautifully through that narrow opening, and that is going to work out just fine. Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
That one kind of took off on him. That'll happen sometimes coming out of the bunker, and that scoots right on by. So that will be a double bogey 6 here at the last. This will wind up being a round of 92.